If you're learning JavaScript, you need to install Quokka.js. And even if you're an absolute JavaScript expert, having this extension makes debugging code so much faster. Welcome back to Web Dev Simplified. My name's Kyle, and my job is to simplify the web for you. So if that sounds interesting, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more videos just like this. Now to get started with Quokka.js, all you need to do is download the extension. So if you go into VS Code, go to the Extensions tab, you can search for Quokka, it'll bring up this page over here, and then you can click the Install button to get started with it. Also, I do want to mention that this video is actually sponsored by the creators of Quokka.js. This doesn't change my opinions on anything, and they didn't tell me I needed to say anything, so everything you hear is going to be my honest and true opinion about this extension, which I personally think is a great tool for learning and debugging code. So in order to use Quokka, you can either create a brand new Quokka file by just coming in here and typing out Quokka, and then you can say new file, or if you already have a file like we do, you can just say start on current file. And what this is going to do is just going to start running Quokka in the file that you currently have open. And as you can see down here, we're in like the Quokka output, which is going to give us some additional information in this terminal window down here. And when we start writing code, let's just say we write out let a equal, and we're going to make it equal to a variable like this, 1, 2, 3. And then we come down here, let's just say console.log a, and we save. You'll notice immediately one of the cool things about Quokka is it prints out the output of any console log on the right-hand side of whatever that log is. So we could, say console.log hi, and you can see it's going to print out that hi right there. Also down in here in this window, it's going to print out all these different outputs. And the whole idea behind this extension Quokka is essentially to let you debug and scratchpad your JavaScript code so you can write out whatever code you want, and it automatically refreshes and runs it. It tells you everything about the code that's running, gives you different console outputs. You can do performance metrics on it. So it's a really great way to kind of just have a scratchpad where you can test out different JavaScript features, debug some issues that you're having. And if you're learning especially, it's really great because it tells you anytime that you have an error. For example, if we leave this off right here, you're going to see we get some errors and it tells us what these different errors are. Or if we try to reference a variable that doesn't exist, you're going to notice we get an error and it immediately tells us in line, hey, this variable is not defined. And when you're learning to code, these are some of the biggest mistakes I see people make, or like they misspell console right here. And then it's going to be like, hey, console is not defined. Maybe you meant console. So these are really helpful errors when you're learning how to code. And these are problems that I see beginner developers make all the time. Now, obviously, if you're a more advanced developer, you're probably not going to run into a lot of these errors. You're maybe going to spell this correctly. You're not going to have these weird variables. But another nice thing is on the left-hand side, you'll see these different colors. We have this green color, which means a line executed successfully. If we have an error, you can see we have this red color. And this gray color means it's a line that has not been executed yet at all. So this is really great because you can really easily see what your code has been executed, what code hasn't been executed, maybe where your errors are, where your successes are. So it's a good way to see your different coverage. And, if we had, for example, an if statement that said if false, then we want to run some code inside of here. We'll just say console.log this. You can see that immediately this is a gray line because it hasn't been run yet. But if we change this to true, you'll see that it automatically refreshes and we get the output over here. Another way inside of Quokka that you can actually go about and output variable names is just by typing out the variable name itself with nothing next to it. That's going to actually print the variable for you, so you don't even have to wrap it in a console log, which I find really nice. You can just print out the variable and it's going to show up right there. Also, you notice on the left-hand side here, there's this bottom button that gets added, and this is essentially the tools for Quokka. And you can see here that we have all the different things that are being printed out to the screen. So we have our A right here that's being printed. We have this console log down here and this other console log, and all the information for them is being printed on the left. And we can kind of go in and view these different things. So you can see we can view all the indexes of our array. We can view these different strings. And if, for example, this variable here was just going to be called something like person, it has a name of Kyle, and we'll do like an age of 26 in here. And then we come down here, we just print out that person variable. You can see that we can access this person, the age, and the name. And if we did something inside of here, like we'll say favorite food, and it's going to have a name, which is rice. So this is an object inside of an object. You can see that we can now go down inside of these different nested objects. So it really allows you to explore through all the different things. Or we could come in here with like date equals new date. And we just make sure that we print out that date here. And now we have a bunch of information about our date right here. And you can see it even tells you that it is a date. Now these features alone of like telling you what code is run, where your errors are, and printing out things immediately without you having to resave things, as well as this object explorer, are amazing. But if you want to take this debugging to the next level, they also have a pro version of Quokka, which is just a one-time payment. It's not a monthly thing, which I find really nice. And this is going to add a bunch of additional features that I'm going to show you some of now. So let's just go all the way back here where we just had, array 1, and we're just going to set that to 1, 2, 3, and we're going to come in here with array 2, and that's just going to be 4, 5, and 6, and then we're just going to say array 1 dot concat array 2, And as you can see that this is working. If we just do a quick console.log here, we can see what the output of this is. And you can see that we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But another way that you can actually view the output of things instead of using a console log is if you have the pro version, you can just create a comment, put a question mark, and that's going to print out whatever the output of that line is. So everything that comes before this comment is going to get printed out as the output. As you can see, we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we wanted to see what array 1 was, what we could do instead of putting our comment here is we could put it right after array 1. So we could come in here with a comment and just put that question mark, and you can see it prints out whatever comes before that comment, which in our case is that array 1, 2, 3. This is something I really love, and you can even run code inside of here. So if you use $, that essentially gives you whatever this thing is that is being returned. And let's say that I wanted to get the first element in that array, I could just do $0, and then that gives me the first element inside this array 1, or I could get the second element in that array, which is the value of 2. The thing that makes this really nice is you can do this all inside of comments without having to worry about messing up your code and writing all these console logs in. That way, whenever you want to change your code back to how it was, all you have to do is just remove the comments, which are easy to find, instead of worrying about all these console logs all over the place. Or, like I said, you could just, have the variable being printed out like this, and that's going to work just like a console log. So you don't have to do all this weird console log stuff you normally would have to do. Also, you don't even have to save your file. It automatically updates every single time you make a change. So if we come back to here where we had that comment, that's just printing out the value of this. If we come up here and change array 2 to add value 7, you can see immediately it adds that into whatever we have commented. So all of the comments and console logs that we have on our screen are all going to be automatically updated. And that's something that's even in the free version. So if we were to change this to a console.log instead of using that comment syntax, you can see when I change this up here, it's going to automatically propagate to all the other things I'm printing out on the screen. Now, another feature that's actually a part of the pro version that I really like is that anytime that you highlight some code, it's going to print that out as if you did a console log. So let's just come down here and we're going to do another thing where we're just going to say array1.concat array2. So the exact same code that we had up before, you'll notice it's not printing. Well, if I just highlight this, it's going to print out whatever the result of that is, and that's going to stay there until I highlight something else. But we can actually change our config settings, so I could go into Quokka, and I could make sure here that I have show all selected values toggled on, and now I can highlight multiple different things, so I could copy this down and highlight both of these, and now they're both going to stay there. And when I make changes to my code, you're going to see that these values all actually update themselves. I personally prefer having my settings set up where it's only going to show you the last selected value, because otherwise it gets a little bit cluttered, but being able to show all of them is kind of nice. I just like this because if I have some code, I can just kind of highlight it and be like, what is this code at this point? Or I can say, what is array 1? I just highlight array 1. Or what is array 2? And I just highlight it and I can see it right away. It's a really great tool. You don't have to worry about console logs or rerunning anything. You just say, what is this? What is this? And just highlight exactly what you need. Now, probably one of my favorite features in Quokka is the ability to actually do performance benchmarking. This is, again, a pro-only feature, but it's incredible what it is. So if we just do array 1, we'll just do a quick for each, and for each element inside of here, we're just going to do a console.log of n. And what we can do is we can say, how long does this for each take? Well, if we just put a comment here with our normal question mark syntax, we get the output. But if we put a period after that, it's actually going to tell us how long it takes to run this section of code. So to loop through each one of these elements and log them out, it's taking 0.124 milliseconds. Pretty quick overall. And another nice thing is if you're inside of a loop and you do something like this where you run the performance benchmarks, it's actually going to give you a bunch of information. Let's just make it so it doesn't console log just so we get a clean output. And you can see we get a bunch of information. We get the total time that it took to run through all the iterations, the average time that it took, which in our case is 0.001 millisecond. That's because we're not doing anything. We get the maximum and the minimum times that it's taking for all of these different iterations to run through. This is great if you're doing performance benchmarking. You can see what's the average case, what's the total case. Is there some clauses that cause it to be a maximum versus a minimum? So if you're doing like algorithmic work, this is really great to super easily benchmark, because benchmarking inside of JavaScript on its own is kind of a real big pain, but doing it with Quokka is so easy. Now, the final pro tool that I think is really useful is the ability to auto-import NPM packages without messing with your node modules. So let's just come in here and we're going to import add days, and this is from the date FNS package. And you'll notice immediately, if I just clean out the rest of this code, we're going to be getting some errors, and it says, it can't find module date FNS. Do you want to install that package for your project, which will install it into your node modules, or do you want to install it just for the current Quokka file? In our case, I'm going to click on the version for just installing it in the current Quokka file. And what that's going to do is you're going to notice we have no node modules. It's not importing anything into this actual project. It's only importing it for this one file for our testing purposes. And now what I can do is I can just say, const today equals date.now, and then I can say console.log add days of today, and let's just add 10 days to this. And as you can see, it prints out Saturday, May 8th, which is 10 days from now. So we're able to use this datefns library without ever installing it into our node modules, which is great if you're working inside of a big project. You don't want to mess with your node modules when you're doing some kind of testing stuff. So you can do it like this inside Quokka, and it's going to do it all for you. Now, the final thing about Quokka is if you want to use it with some type of HTML. So let's say that we have an index.html file here, and we're just going to get some default, and inside here of our body, we're just going to put a span that just says hi. Pretty straightforward stuff. We just have this simple index.html file, and let's say that we want to run some code from Quokka on this index.html file. Well, by default, we can't do that, but we can use a plugin inside of Quokka to do that. And one of the best ways to set up plugins in Quokka is just to find them in a configuration at the very top. So you just wrap this in a parenthesis and curly bracket here, and we can just say that we have plugins, and we want to install the JS DOM Quokka plugin, and this is going to allow us to use essentially a HTML page inside of our code. And by default, this is actually going to look for an index.html file or a file with the same name as our JavaScript. So it's going to look for script.html or index.html. And if it finds it, it's going to essentially run your code as if it was in that window. So what we could do, if we just clean out all of this code here, we could say document.body.query selector. And we want to query selector the span, and we can just, document query selector span dot text content. So we're going to see what's inside of our span. And you'll notice immediately it says we don't have JS DOM installed. I'm going to install that package into our project, and it's going to take a little bit to install itself, but that's actually going to make a node modules folder here and install that JS DOM. And now if I save this and I just highlight this to see the result, you can see we get the result hi being printed out. And if we come into our index.html and we change hi to be something else, and I save, you can see immediately down here, it automatically made those changes for us. And if we go back here, we have those changes being printed out. So we're actually hooking up our HTML to our JavaScript with Quokka. Like I said, if you're learning JavaScript or just wanting to debug code faster, Quokka is going to be an amazing tool for you, and I highly recommend you downloading it and using the free version. And if you're interested in trying out some of the pro features, just use the link down in the description where you can learn about every pro feature they have and sign up for an account, which is just a one-time payment, which I think is incredible.